how's it going? Who grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s and remembers Rocket Power? One of the greatest shows growing up. I loved it so much. They were the most adventurous kids ever. I mean, they had their skateboards, their skates, their bikes. They just went out on these awesome, sick adventures. I wanted to be just like them. I convinced my mom to get me these really nice pair of inline skates so I could compete in the X Games, so I could be just like these kids. It did not work out very well. I tried them a couple times. I'm not that good at skating. The reason I'm wearing this t-shirt is because this video is about to get super nostalgic. I have been cleaning my house for the past month or so, getting rid of stuff, consolidating, renovating, you know, all that fun adult stuff that you get to do. But the best part about it, I have found so many toys that I did not realize I held on to for this long. There is so many cool things from my childhood that I completely forgot about. So it was like getting the gift a second time. And I'm so excited about it that I thought I would make a video and show you guys all of the awesome stuff I got to grow up with. Start with my very first obsession. That's not true. My very first obsession was Barney. My second obsession in life was Power Rangers. I loved the Power Rangers too much. I think it was unhealthy. My mom was a little worried. I actually asked my parents if they would change my name to Kimberly after the Pink Ranger. That's how obsessed I was. I asked them for a costume, stuffed animals. I got these little toys that I still keep because, I mean, these are amazing. I love the Power Rangers. One of the greatest things about the 90s had to be the Game Boy. The Game Boy Pocket and the Game Boy Color. And I even still have some of the games left. I still have Frogger. And then I have Mia Hamm Soccer. She was one of my favorite players growing up. I did not go anywhere without one of these in my pocket. So we cannot forget about the VHS tapes. These buddies are what all of us 90s kids grew up on. The Mary-Kate and Ashley VHS tapes, heck yes. Also, the Backstreet Boys. And one of my favorite things of all time, I can't believe I have this, and I can't believe I've kept it, is Darren's Dance Grooves. He teaches you how to dance like Britney Spears and NSYNC. And yes, I watched this a few years ago to see if I could do it. I cannot, but this is one of my favorite things. It's hilarious. All of you younger kids are gonna have absolutely no idea what I am about to show you means to us 90s kids. You walked into a Blockbuster and you looked for that orange VHS tape because that orange VHS tape meant Nickelodeon. Yes, this is the Rugrats. These orange VHS tapes were they're so bright and distinctive, and you pop that sucker in, and you're just like, Nickelodeon. Speaking of Nickelodeon, we can't forget about the Nickelodeon magazine. How else would you find out about all your favorite stars and TV shows? But if you weren't a huge fan of Nickelodeon, and you also like Disney, don't worry. There was the Disney Adventures. I mentioned Mary-Kate and Ashley earlier. I was also quite obsessed with them. I had the books. I had Mary-Kate and Ashley books. They were two of my favorites. Michelle from Full House, and then they went off and got their own shows and they sang songs, which were not great by the way. They were not the best singers. We're the best actors, but for some reason we loved it. We can't talk about the 90s without talking about music, and the best way to listen to music during that time was on hit clips. These are like the dumbest thing ever created, but also the most amazing. I am looking back at this now and I'm like, why would I buy this? It's kind of stupid, but basically you have these tiny little cartridges and guess how many songs are on them? Not even one! There wasn't enough space to put an entire song. It's like 45 seconds of a song and that is it. And then you have these little, like I have a little boom box and this one's like a little MP3 player with a single headphone. The Backstreet Boys, one of my favorite bands of all time. I am not gonna lie, I've seen them twice in concert and that was as an adult. I love them so much, in fact, that I kept something that I got in a Burger King's kids meal. It is Mr. Kevin dressed as like a superhero. I don't even know. I got my first phone in 8th grade. This beautiful little Nokia buddy. You had to press a button 3 different times to get a letter. One of the only games on the phone was that snake game, which was by far one of the greatest games of all time. I mean, you can't deny that. It was hours spent playing that game. Let's not forget about the Polly Pockets. I have a Disney version of one. These were like tiny universes and little packages. So you would pop them open, like it's their castle, it's their whole world, and you had these little itty bitty creatures that you didn't want to lose because they were so tiny. But the idea was this whole world fits in your pocket. and you can just carry it around with you. As a kid going to school supplies were awesome. Who remembers those really nice Space Maker boxes that you put all your school supplies in, all your pencils, all that good stuff? And they had like a little space on the top with the logo Space Maker. And what you would do is you would take a marker and you would color on it with all different colors, and then you would put glue and just fill in the whole thing with glue and let it dry. And then as soon as it dried, you would peel it off very slowly and be left with a bookmark. One of the coolest bookmarkers that had the Space Maker logo on it. And this has survived so long because I am pretty sure I made this in like elementary school. It is beautiful. And this is what we used to do in our free time in school. Instead of being on phones, because we didn't have them, we would make little bookmarks with our pencil cases. Because we were cool. Every now and then people would make really cool stuff when they got bored in class or whatever. One thing that people used to make were those Starburst bracelets. They would get Starburst wrappers and like put them together and make little bracelets. And they were so cool. We would always walk around with them on, basically wearing garbage. We're wearing wrappers on our arms like garbage. But we loved them. That was the point. They were amazing. And one person had a mom who made the coolest bags ever. She would take old Capri Sun packets and Kool-Aid packets and create bags out of them. This entire bag is made out of Kool-Aid jammer pouches. And the best part about this is, it's got a matching wallet in case you want to put your money in it. This is insane. I paid somebody to make this for me. And I kept it. I kept it all these years. I should just, you know, carry this little purse out when I go to the mall. It's so stylish. Okay guys, I only got 2 more items for you left. I have saved, in my opinion, the greatest because they are also the weirdest. And outside of that time in my life, I would not understand why I had them. I still don't completely understand why I have them. But I do, and I'm going to share them with you. First of all, do you guys remember the Taco Bell dog from the commercials? Yes, this guy. They used to give out stuffed animal Taco Bell dogs, and they would say stuff when you pressed on them. I not only have 1 of these, guys, I have 4 Taco Bell dogs, and they all say stuff. Happy New Year, amigos. This is from the 2000 New Year. This is so old. We have taken a very fascinating trip down my childhood memory lane, and we will end it on the most bizarre thing I own, which I can only assume I got from probably one of those like Chuck E. Cheese prize bins. You know when you used to go and you'd play all those arcade games and get tickets and then you'd get a random prize? I think that is the only way I would have this in my possession. It is a Steve Urkel flip book. You flip it and it's Urkel dancing. Urkel's dancing. And for those of you that did not grow up in my time, Steve Urkel is a nerd who was on this TV show called Family Matters, and he dances. So there you have it! Those were pieces of my childhood! The very bizarre pieces of my childhood that I absolutely loved. Let me know what was one of your favorite things growing up in the comment section below. What I really, really want to do is make a video trying snacks from my childhood, but I don't know if I can get a hold of them because some of them they don't really sell anymore, like Dunkaroos. So if I ever get a hold of some like cool 90s snacks, I will definitely try to make a video about it, or if they like bring them back, I can try and taste them as an adult and see what I think. If you guys like this video, please give it a giant thumbs up, subscribe if you already aren't, and hit that little notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a brand new video. Once again, I will be filming a room tour to showcase all of the awesome stuff that I have done to my room, because if you notice, my bookshelves are different. So I'm going to showcase different parts of my room in different videos, so you're going to see different backgrounds, but you also have a comprehensive room tour at some point. Look forward to it. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!